Hey guys, thanks for watching. Today's video is just going to be a quick little book haul. I almost forgot what I was going to be doing. I only have 4 books to share with you guys. I have more that we've gotten, of course, but I'm just kind of crunched for time because I'm heading to a wedding here shortly, but I wanted to get this filmed really quick. The book haul's here on YouTube, but I also do some in my mailboxes on Chick Lit Plus, and so I can leave a link to the section on Chick Lit Plus that has all the in my mailbox posts so you guys can see what else we are getting if you are interested. But I will just hop right into it. The first book that I got is The Knockoff, and this is by Lucy Sykes and Joe Piazza. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this one okay because it has a really shiny cover, and I'm filming with my flash on because of course it's raining and storming in Iowa because that's all it's been doing for weeks, it seems like. But this book is like hugely talked about this summer. It's a really big deal, and I was really excited to be able to get it for review. It kicks off, the inside front cover says it's an outrageously stylish, wickedly funny novel of fashion in the digital age. And I got some bookmarks came flying out at me. I received this book from the Doubleday Publishing Group, which is a division of Random House. And then they also sent me a bookmark with it. So yay, thank you. But yes, this one is very, very talked about this summer. I'm really looking forward to reading it. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of chick lit. I know it was kind of compared to like The Devil Wears Prada. It's like somewhere on those levels. Do you guys hear my dog? She's ridiculous. So this is The Knockoff, and I think my review is coming up actually pretty soon. I had set up, there's my dog. I had set up the review for it and everything, but then I didn't get the book, so I actually had to email them back and be like, I still haven't gotten it. Just now got it, so that's why it's just being included in a haul video, but the review is coming soon. The next one that I got is The Cake Therapist, and this one is by Judith Fertig. Fertig? Dang it. You don't have this problem when you only write your reviews and you write down people's names. You don't have to pronounce them. The Cake Therapist, and like, look at this cover. Come on, like, you knew I would probably want to read it because it's definitely on that foodie book side, and I love those. It says, it wasn't often that I had a difficulty tasting something. Flavor was the way people like me made sense of the world. We knew that there was a flavor that explained you even to yourself, a flavor whose truth you recognized when you tasted it, a flavor that answered the question you didn't know you had. I'll keep reading it for you because I'm quite intrigued now. Perhaps it was a voluptuous vanilla that your sharp-edged self could sink into like a pillow, or a homesick pomegranate, each seed like a ruby slipper that would take you back to the place where you were loved and where people had missed you. That's where I was going, if only I could taste it. That's a really intriguing blurb. Like, I was only going to read you guys the first line, and then I read it and was like, hold on, I need to read more. And then I read the second one and was like, okay, I'll read the last one. But I'm still like, is there more? Because that was really interesting. Look how cute this inside cover is, though. Look at, can you see all like the little treats on there? That's so cute. I love that. Again, foodie book. I really love those type of books. I love this cover. It intrigued me right away. So this is The Cake Therapist. And then I have 2 ebooks to show you guys as well. The first one is The Broken Road, and it's by Melissa Huie. So that is The Broken Road, and it is the first in a series. And what I kind of found intriguing about this, I'm actually reviewing it for CLP Blog Tours, but what I found really interesting when I was trying to decide, you know, am I going to review it or someone from my review team going to read it, I went to the Amazon page to look at it. One, I found the cover really intriguing. You know, you found it intriguing too, didn't you, girls? Yeah. That I thought was really interesting was that it has over 200 Amazon reviews, which that's a pretty big deal. It's not easy to get Amazon reviews, especially because Amazon Amazon just very freely deletes people's reviews if they don't believe that they should be posted. For example, anyone in my family, my mom, my mother-in-law, my husband, no one can post Amazon reviews for my books for me. Amazon will delete them, which is crazy. Even my good friends are not able to leave reviews for me. Understand if I'm going off on a whole tangent here. Sorry, you guys. This was supposed to be a really quick video. I understand if someone from like Marching Inc., my own publishing company, I understand that we can't review for each other because we're probably going to be biased, but even just other connections that I've made in the blogging world and the author world, we authors can no longer review for each other because Amazon doesn't deem those acceptable and they delete them. And I think that's crazy because especially indie authors, we work our butts off making connections online, on social media, on YouTube, wherever it is we're going. We work so hard to make these connections because reviews are so important. Amazon reviews are what we use to be able to be featured on other big name sites. BookBub is a huge website that authors want to be featured on, and you have to have a minimum number of Amazon reviews in order to be considered. So for Amazon to just be pulling these reviews just because they don't feel like someone that you have a good connection with can post a review, that's wild to me. There's been a really big issue these past few days, actually, as I'm filming this, that Amazon has just been doing a purge on so many authors' books. My books are affected. Marching Inc.'s books are being affected. So many of my author friends' books are being affected, and it sucks. I feel like we should be able to review what we want to review, and Amazon is always, you can't buy anything on Amazon without getting an email from them saying, review this, review this, review this. They come to my phone after you read a Kindle book, it wants you to review it, but then Amazon wants to pull all the reviews. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't make sense to me. Back to the book that I was talking about. It just caught my eye that she has so many Amazon reviews. Like I get 212 at the time I'm filming Amazon reviews, which A, means a lot of people have read the book, but it also means, you know, not everyone, not just, you know, a regular reader versus like a book blogger or a book reviewer, not everyone will leave their review, and a lot of times you see people leave their reviews because they felt something about the book. Whether it be good or bad, they're reviewing because it stirred up something in them and they want to talk to other people about it. So that's what immediately kind of caught my eye, and 51% of those reviews are 5 stars. 30% of those reviews are 4 stars. So I mean, that's 81%. Only took me a second there to remember what I was adding up. Those are really favorable reviews, so a lot of people seem to be really enjoying this book. So based on the cover and the Amazon reviews, that is what made me say, yes, I want to review this book. Whew. That was a lot on that book. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, the next one that I have is Things You Won't Say. And this one is, I totally don't know how to pronounce her name either. Sarah P. Let's call her Sarah P in this video because I'm kind of afraid to say her last name because it's probably going to be comical. I did have one author email me just a few weeks ago and they were like, not a big deal, but this is actually how you pronounce my name. And I was like light years away from it. Dang it. So this one by Sarah P, she is, oh, I love her books. I love when she puts out new books because I think I'm fairly confident I have read all of her books, reviewed all of them, and I just absolutely love them. She's also one of those authors who is very good on social media. She's always responding. When I put a tweet out there saying I'm reading her book, she responds back and, you know, says thank you and I hope you like it. And I think that's such a big deal these days. So I love being able to read from her. This one is a little bit interesting because I have actually already started reading it. Normally when I do these haul videos, I haven't started reading the books yet. But this one I have because it's my very first audiobook that I'm reading. I go on like 3 to 5 mile walks with my dog every single day. She is a high energy breed. She is a Vizsla. She is only 1.5. She's still very much a puppy. So now that our weather is kind of turning warmer, we try to get outside as much as we can and take long walks. It saves me a little bit money from having to take her to doggy daycare to get her energy out. But if we don't do things to burn her energy throughout the day, it is just bad news. And especially when I work from home and she's constantly all up in me and just wanting attention, it's really hard to get work done. So we've been going real early in the morning and then in the afternoon, pending our weather because it's been raining so much here. But I don't like to just walk and stare into space, but obviously I can't be reading a book while walking my dog. That doesn't work. And so I finally signed up for an Audible account, and the first book that I decided to put on my phone is Things You Won't Say by Sarah. And this was because it was a book that's already out, but it's still farther down on my review schedule. A lot of times I review books like the day that they come out, or, you know, like the next day or something like that, because I get the ARC copies of them. But Sarah's was going to be a little bit after the book was already released, and so the book was on Audible that I was able to download and purchase, and I just thought it would be a really good one to read, a longer book, so it would give me plenty of time to walk and to be able to listen to it, and I'm really, really glad I did. I won't get into the full review now because I'm sure I'll share it in a review video, but this one is a very thought-provoking novel. It is basically the story of a white cop who shoots and kills a Hispanic boy during a gang fight. And I mean, I feel like so many of us are already going to be aware of the police officer issues that are happening in our society today. So I've cried while walking my dog. I have started talking to myself while walking the dog and listening to this audiobook, but I'm also talking to a lot of people about the book, and I'm not even fully done with it yet. So it's going to be one that I feel like I'm going to highly recommend. So I am about halfway through the story right now, and I'm just really enjoying it. So I wanted to include it in this haul video because I did just recently receive it, and even though I'm not reading it, I'm listening to it. And Sarah also posted on her social media the other day, the woman who is her narrator for the audiobook is the wife of a cop who was involved in a deadly shooting. So that kind of just like amped it up, and I just thought that was so crazy that this is the audiobook that I chose to be my first audiobook, and this is what it's turning out to be, and this is who narrated it, and I just thought that was really interesting. So if you're looking for a thought-provoking read, if you're looking for a read that, you know, probably be good for a book club because it opens up a lot of discussions, Things You Won't Say is one that I just know that I'm going to recommend when it comes review time. Those are the 4 books plus my little bit of tangents that I seem to go off on in these videos. But those are the ones that I have for you guys this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!